Orta has said from the beginning, immediately after he filmed the murder of Eric Garner, that he was being harassed and stalked by police. The harassment and the stalking of police even extended to his family, because on this second arrest, Ramsey Orta was not arrested by himself.
Right.
He was arrested, his mother was arrested, and a close friend of the family. Everyone has been released except Ramsey. The charge has been drugs, distribution, possession of drugs, and all those people were arrested, but only Ramsey is being held.
Danette Chavez. Her 19-year-old son's life was stolen by the NYPD in October 2004.
In the first charge, Ramsey was accused of weapons possession. Okay, police say that they saw him take a weapon and transfer it to somebody else. When Ramsey went to court to face the charges, not one single fingerprint was found on the weapon in question. The district attorney requested more time to get evidence, and they was allowed to go and get DNA. There was no DNA evidence that belonged to Ramsey. Ramsey is sure of his innocence and submitted his own DNA, which the results is inconclusive. Immediately after that, Ramsey Orta was arrested when his family's home was raided and they were accused of drug distribution. So it's not a vain accusation or somebody making up stories claiming that police are harassing them. Police are harassing them. Police have been harassing them. Ramsey has said this from day one after the film was made known to the public. Ramsey has also said that he believes that his life is in danger because of where he's currently being held. He has refused to eat because he believes that he's going to be poisoned. Nobody listened to that either, but recently we have all discovered those are facts. There are up to 19 different individuals in the same exact facility where Ramsey is being held who were poisoned by rat poisoning. Okay, the department the medical department within the correctional facility where he is, they said it was rat poisoning. This isn't just Ramsey saying it. Today, as we speak in federal court in Brooklyn, the attorney representing those inmates will be addressing that issue in court concerning the rat poisoning, because when the inmates requested to be tested, the facility refused to allow them emergency treatment because of it. So all of these things are true, they're factual, and they can be looked up. And the family is concerned for Ramsey's safety. They want him placed where his life is not in danger, and they want the place where the court proceedings are being held to be transferred to some other jurisdiction.
What did they set the bail at for Ramsey?
$100,000.
What was the actual charge?
The actual charge was sales of drugs. When they did the raid, there was no drugs. They found no drugs on him. They found no drugs in the home. They destroyed the home. They destroyed the family, and nothing. So he's actually, to me, he's in jail for no reason.
Right. Aside from the poisoning, has he vocalized any other sort of mistreatment while in the facility?
Yes,
and what kind?
The correctional facility DOC, sitting there making little comments at him, little threats. When they do serve him dinner, they make little smiles at him. He's right now under mental health clinician, and he's feared. He's fearful. He's very fearful. He won't eat. He's been eating nothing but candy bars and whatever he can get out of the vending machine.
He's under suicide watch.
He's been doing this maybe about a month already. Fearful that they were going to do something to him.
Can you give an example of the kind of comments that COs are making to him? Threats and...
Like, oh, okay, you were the kid that got one of our officers or down. Oh, you're the kid that's after the policemen in this, in our society.
There were comments the police made to him when they arrested him.
Yes.
What did they say?
They told him, they said, you filmed us, now we filmed you.
And that was actually on the Daily News. On the newspaper, it said, you filmed us, we filmed you.
You believe with the poisoning that he was specifically the intended target?
It happened in his house. It didn't happen, there's many houses there. It happened in his house. He actually watched two inmates sit next to him who started foaming at the mouth and fell to the floor. Actually, right now I was told today, the two of those inmates still have not returned. Also today, the Department of Health of Rikers Island called me because I made some calls, and they know that I have, a little bit of backup, and I have Ms. Dante here who's always with me. And they called me and they were concerned. They were like, "Oh, are you concerned about, Ramsey?" I said, "No, I'm concerned about him being poisoned." I said, "Have you noticed him losing any weight?" They said, "Oh yeah, we've noticed he's lost a lot of weight."
Look how small he was from the beginning.
From 120 pounds, I don't even know what he looks like right now.
Did he get any kind of threats before this happened? From
Of course, out in the street, he couldn't walk to the store. He went to get a gallon of milk for his brother, and they would stop him. He would go walk around the corner to an appointment. They would stop him, check him.
They would stop in front of our houses and flash their lights inside the windows.
In the middle of the night, they would flash lights in their home.
This went on ever since the Garner
Ever since the Garner case.
Would you say that was every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Ramsey should have been protected. When he first filmed the murder of Eric Garner, he was hailed as a hero, even by many civil rights leaders in this city. And they knew that he would be the subject of harassment by NYPD, and nobody protected him. They should have protected him, and he was not. He was left unprotected.
Describe what happened with this last arrest. What time of the day it happened?
It happened at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning, and they came into your house?
Came into my sister's house with also a child in the home.
How many officers were there?
There were like 7 to 10 officers.
10 officers. Do you remember anything that they said? Were they abusive? Were they?
They forced my other son down to the ground. They threw him onto the ground. They didn't let him get dressed. None of us were dressed.
Did you get dressed?
No, they just had us all in handcuffs and while they were searching the rooms.
So they led you out in a nightgown into the...
One nightgown,
And later
one
on.
actually didn't even have a shirt or a bra on.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. And Ramsey had to beg them, "Can you please let her get dressed?"
Wait, so who was that?
That happened to be his ex-girlfriend.
That's girlfriend.
Yes.
Wow. And this is at 5 in the morning?
At 5 in the morning.
Did they
Ramsey
knock?
also had to argue with
No,
those.
they broke the door down.
They broke
Yeah,
the
they
door
broke
down.
down. Ramsey also had to argue with them to push him to the side and let him see what's going on, and they didn't. The same way, like we just said, weeks after he's been arrested, his house was burglarized completely. They've robbed the whole entire apartment. We called the police department, of course. Anybody would do that to make a report of burglary. Yet have they come to the
They
home
refused to take a
to take a complaint
of
to
a
do what they
burglary.
have to do of a burglary.
Do you remember what day that was by any chance?
It was a Tuesday, last Tuesday.
Yes. So that shows you. I mean, you make a report of a burglary.
Yeah.
You and I make a report of burglary. They're gonna come to our home, dust for fingerprints, to look what they have to do the investigation. We make a report because it's Ramsey's home. Nothing happens. So they lose everything from video systems to flat screen TVs to money that was being saved to relocate, because the family was saving money to relocate to get the family out of Staten Island.
So nobody ever came by to respond to that call?
No.
There are families here right now who have lost their loved ones at the hands of police. They're here in support of Ramsey Orta because he filmed police. They wish that somebody was able to film when their child was murdered by police. And they habitually have to march and protest and demand justice because there is no justice for the people. We've seen in Eric Garner's case that even when you see it on video, the cops still get away with murder. But when it comes to blacks and Hispanics in this country, based on an accusation alone, they will be arrested, they will be charged, and they will be brought before the judge. Ramsey Orta was accused of having a weapon, and even though they have been unable to present not one piece of evidence, he's still being held. When he was able to post bail to be released from those charges, they rearrested him again. And not just him, this time his family members. Okay? We cannot have people who film police be the subject of targeting by police, to be the subject of being falsely accused by police, and being made out to be a criminal when police themselves are the criminals. They're the ones who go around murdering people with impunity. They're the ones who go around stopping people, searching people, brutalizing people in the process, and nobody holds them accountable. This man, Ramsey Orta, had the audacity to film them while they were committing a murder, and the politicians are silent concerning it. The civil rights leaders are silent concerning it. When are they going to come out and support Ramsey Orta? Nobody has the right to hold up a previous criminal record of Ramsey Orta when we know we have police in this city who arrest people habitually on lies and give them a record. Okay, let's look at the record of NYPD. Let's look at the years and years that they have brutalized people, murdered people, and the city settles on their murders. The city prefers to pay their victims than arrest them, fire them. Okay, so why don't NYPD answer concerning its own record before they start pointing to anybody else's record? Right. There's an issue in this city, in fact, across the United States. And politicians who sit up top and look low and ignore it, those days are over. If you don't want civil war in this city, deal with it. It's not going nowhere. The people are tired and sick and being tired. It has to be dealt with immediately. The Department of Justice just did an investigation on the city of Ferguson and found out years and years of racial discrimination, years and years of brutalization, years and years of murder, but still said they have to see if it's necessary to dismantle the department. Well, at what point does it become necessary? Do you need more brutalizations? Do you need more arrests? Do you need more people to die before you actually take action against these renegade police? They walk around here with guns and badges talking about they in fear of their life and shoot people on sight. But if I was to do the same, I would be put underneath the jail. Every black man, Hispanic, and person of color in the United States has every right to be in fear of their life when confronted with police. Police have an established history of murdering people on site based upon the imagination alone. Okay, so who is here to protect the people? Who is here to look out for the interests of the people? Who is here to say, God damn it, Ramsey Orta is not going to jail because he showed the world your murder?
That's right.
Can I just ask you about the change of venue? Have you already submitted to the court?
I am trying to submit one.
You haven't done it yet?
I haven't done it yet. I'm trying to get it done before March 30th. That's why I'm out here and I'm trying to demand that another lawyer take his case. There's a couple of lawyers that are going to meet with me. And as soon as that lawyer gets to meet with me, we will ask for a change of venue because without it, there's no way he's going to get justice.
Okay, so Automatics is out of the picture right now.
Automatics is not out the picture right now. Automatics is in the picture. It's just that Automatics can't represent him right now. So he's also trying to help us. Automatics is also trying to help to get him another lawyer.
Okay, I'm going to call the person today to put the money into my account.
Juanita Young, whose unarmed son Malcolm Ferguson was killed by an NYPD cop in a Bronx hallway in 2000, stepped forward with an offer to pay $16,000 for Ramsey Orta's bail. With the family paying the balance of $250, the transaction should be finalized by Tuesday, March 17th.
No worry about it. No worry. No worry about it. Don't worry about him going to pay or not. I cannot stand here and know it's just because of a little bit of change that he's going to lose his life. Money, if not, we can't take it with us. If I could put it to good use, and this is good use, not a problem.
So do I understand that somebody just put up the bail money?
So, I mean, it speaks to how amazing mothers are, right? So another mother whose son was taken by the NYPD heard about what was happening and heard about the danger to Ramsey Orta's life, and as a result, she offered to give the additional funds that are going to be needed to secure Ramsey's release in anticipation of his trial.
I'm telling you, he's a hero, and he's going to go down in history because he deserves it.
And he won an award from Time Magazine.
Oh, that's right. Ramsey just won an award.
And I'm telling you,
Ramsey just won an award yesterday.
You would have heard that on the news.
That's right.
Just yesterday.
So what happened?
He won an award from Time Magazine for the best award video. That's right.
The woman's name is Juanita Young.
After she talks to you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Yes. This is Ramsey Orta's mother. Okay. And she just got the news that the money is coming and we're going to try to. That's right.
What do we do? She's gonna come in.
Help with that.
She's doing everything.
Later that day, Danette Chavez wrote on Facebook, "I cannot tell you what I felt when the aunt looked at me with tears in her eyes and said, 'You mean he's not going to die?'